It's not uncommon for some business owners, offer owners, and practitioners to treat their clients like it's Valentine's Day. So instead of giving the person attention all throughout the year, they get it for one time and one time only, and that's when they need money. So how do you fix this, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales, growth, opportunity, taking care of your client, multiple touches, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Being that feeling of being taken for granted or being used is a ooky place to be. That's a technical term. And anytime that you put a client or a potential client in the position of thinking, the only reason that I'm here is to give you money, what ends up happening is you become a commodity. And what ends up happening is because you're a commodity, the only thing that matters is price. And if you have contracts and you have agreements and you have long-term strategy going in mind, you put yourself at risk if somebody coming in and saying, I don't want to play this game anymore. You put yourself at risk at saying, hey, I only feel like I'm getting attention when I need to negotiate my contract, I need to re-sign my contract, or when I need to pay you money. So I'm going to give you a couple of strategies that you could use. One, you take a piece of paper, right? Don't have any paper. I do. You take a piece of paper and you make 12 boxes and you label them for each month and you figure out something that you could do for your client. An email newsletter, a thank you card, a coupon that you can negotiate with as a joint venture for people who use similar products that aren't competition. A product that you could trade for to give to the people that you serve. Like, and what you're going to do is you're going to fill out this list and you're going to say, here's 12. So that's 10 plus 2 things that I could do. If it's sign language, that's a 10, right? And that's a 2. There's 12 things that you could do to take a look and say, hey, what are 12 things that I could do to keep in touch for my client? Okay. And one of those, just so you know, is going to be a delight. One of them is going to be a surprise. You're going to spend a little bit of money on this. And it's going to be tied to the amount of the contract. It's going to be tied to however much the person's spending with you, like 2, 3, 4%. Okay. So Valentine's Day rolls around every year, February 14th. And it's like the day that everybody's magically in love. And then on the 15th, they're not in love anymore. That's how a lot of clients feel about how they work with you, right? Like, and I'm not saying everybody, I'm saying some people, but you absolutely positively want to pay attention to it so that you're not just giving people the attention one day out of the year. So you got your calendar. You're going to figure out how to keep that person in attention. You're going to figure out how to keep that person going. And then you're going to take care of them. You don't really need much more direction than that. But as you're watching, think about your own business relationships where you're being treated like it's Valentine's Day. And then think about, like, how does that make you feel as a consumer, as somebody who's making a purchase, as somebody who's trying to get referrals, as somebody who's trying to grow a business or a practice. Right? The old school way of doing this would be somebody would find a clipping in a newspaper and it would be something similar that somebody liked, like if they like fishing, it might be about a fishing derby. Well, we've got email these days. If you have a client base, a couple hundred people, you could probably figure out, hey, here's some things that I want to email over to the people that I serve. It could be a recipe. Like one of those per the month could be your world famous recipe. I got a world famous salmon recipe. That world famous salmon recipe has made me a lot of freaking money. And it's been one of those things where it's like, surprise, I've got a salmon recipe for you and it's world famous. And people are like, oh, I want that. Be aware. Taking some time to figure out what 12 things you could put together will take you all of, if you're really struggling, if you're on the struggle bus, it'll be half an hour. If you're on it, it'll take you about 15 minutes. It'll be some of the best 15 minutes that you spend because then you're not treating your clients like it's Valentine's Day. You're treating them like it's Valentine's year. There you go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. So 1 of 3, find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.